this is a good time to just spend time with nature. You can read outside, you can color outside, you can paint outside, you can go on a jog, you can go on a walk. But you doing those activities and you watching the leaves fall just makes it so much better. And to be honest, it kind of seems like you're in a movie or a TV show. If you're doing something outside and then all of a sudden the leaves are. Hi, besties. This is You Against You podcast, and I'm your host, Deja Nicole. So, in today's episode, which is season 3, episode number 21, I will be talking about how to romanticize being alone during the fall season. So, when this episode drops, it'll be the first day of September, meaning fall is around the corner because the first day of fall is in September. Here in Tennessee, it doesn't feel like fall at the moment. Last week, it felt like fall, but it's feeling like summer. So, this is going to be the first fall episode of season 3, which is all about romanticizing your life. And yeah, but let's just get into today's episode, besties. And before we get into today's episode, like I said, which is all about being alone during the fall season and how to romanticize being alone, we're going to talk about the weekly updates. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about my mental health checkup. So, job searching, it's still stressful. It's like very stressful. I kind of quit from searching and looking for a job because every job that I have applied to, I have not heard back from any job, but I am doing babysitting part time, so I am still getting some cash, and that would be helpful until I hear back from any jobs that I have applied to. And if you're curious on how many like jobs I applied to 10 plus jobs, so I kind of lost count, but I know it's like more than 10. But overall, I am doing good. There's some things that's like, if I think about it, it would put me in that depressed hole, like my case that I have against my ex. But overall, it's good. I do things that I want to do. I'm creating content, and I have the time that I need and all the time that I need to create content for you guys. So, yeah. But now let's just get into the quote of the day. So the quote of today's episode is find beauty in everyday moments, and I love that this whole episode is about how to romanticize being single and being alone during the fall season because I am single. I'm a single girly. But this whole episode is about that. So this quote kind of resonates with this episode, which is again, find beauty in everyday moments. I feel like a lot of people don't do that and take life for granted. But if you start finding beauty in everything that you do, you will soon enjoy life in a whole nother perspective. So if you don't do that, try to do that now, and you will see how your whole mindset shifts, change, and within probably minutes or even days. So the affirmation of today's episode is I am growing into the greatness I was born for. And this is something I feel like everyone can tell themselves. And if you're following your goals, if you're following your dreams, and this is something that you are going towards, this affirmation does resonate to you and towards you. I know for me, it does resonate for me, and I really like that, especially that I always wanted to do content creation. And when I was younger, I would like pretend that I was like sitting on my bed and I had a camera in front of me and I would talk and pretend I had a YouTube channel or do it like in front of my mirror. So me just doing what I said I was gonna do and me doing content creation, it's something I'm proud of. I want to become an author in one day, and I started writing a book a couple months ago, but I started writing at the age of 12. So it's like I'm making 12-year-old me happy actually writing a book that will soon be published and out to the public. I'm planning to like have a bookstore slash coffee shop slash flower shop one day because I love coffee, I love teas and matchas and all that. I love books and I love flowers. So me planning that, it's something that is going to make me happy. I started a lip gloss business, a beauty business, because I do love beauty and I love lip glosses. I love lip products, mostly lip glosses. So me actually starting and having a business for lip gloss is something that I am like know that I'm born to do this. If you know that you're born for greatness, do that, and soon that greatness will unfold. And yes, do have a business. I'm planning to rebrand my business and get new tubes and all that and add more colors and shades and all. But if you know that you're born for greatness, let the greatness happen. You just have to work hard towards it and it will happen. But today's journal prompt for today's episode is, what are you ready for this fall? So what I'm ready for is the weather changing from like 96, because it's like 96 here where I live in Middle Tennessee, to like low 60s, high 50s. Like I'm just ready for that weather change so I can wear sweaters like this. I can wear my Uggs because I got like new Uggs. I can wear boots. I can wear long jeans and thick long jeans, you know. I am also ready for the fall is it's pumpkin spice season, so that's more pumpkin flavored things. Also for the leaves to fall, I do like walking a lot, so that's what I'm also ready for is once the weather change in the fall, I can walk more and I can actually see the leaves fall in person than looking out my window. So that is what I'm ready for in the fall. So what are you ready for in the fall? So yeah, but you can shop my business, Deja Nicole Beauty, which will be in the show notes if you want to get lip glosses. Also, if you are, well, hold up. If you want to follow my podcast, Instagram, or TikTok, they are You Against You Pod dot by Deja. That's both the username for TikTok and Instagram. I'm planning to actually post a lot of inspirational stuff pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And behind the scenes stuff on the TikTok and Instagram, so stay tuned for that, besties. And if you want to follow my other socials and just get to know me and interact with me, you can follow me on both TikTok and Instagram. My personal TikTok and Instagram, which is Deja DAJAH underscore Nicole NICOLE underscore. And if you want to watch any of my videos, if you like vlogs, books, videos, wellness, skincare, self-care type videos, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Deja Nicole, and all the socials for the podcast and my personal social and personal YouTube channel will be in the show notes. And if you are watching this episode on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you are listening to this episode on Spotify, don't forget to leave a comment and leave a rating. And if you are listening to this episode on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and review. It will help the podcast and the growth, and it will introduce people who haven't heard this podcast. So yeah. But let's just get into today's episode, besties. So like I said, today's episode is all about romanticizing being alone this fall season, especially if you're a single girly, because dating nowadays, it sucks. Okay, I have had my shares of dating, even though I'm not giving up on it, but I'm still gonna love myself and focus on myself and this and that. But sucks. And I know there's a lot of single girlies out there like myself who wants to find fun activities, no matter if it's going out or even staying in, on what to do to romanticize their autumn, their fall, their nice, chill, breezy weather. So if you want to know how to do that, then this episode is for you. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is watching your favorite fall shows or movies, and also coloring. Now, I like coloring and watching YouTube or watching a movie or watching like a favorite TV show which set the vibes. And the reason why I say you want to watch your favorite fall movie or Halloween movie or fall show slash Halloween show and get you a coloring book or print out a coloring page and color, because it set the vibes of cozy, calm, a nice calm vibe, right? So some of my favorite fall shows that I like is Gilmore Girls. I really, really, really love Gilmore Girls. Will I rewatch it this fall? Hell yeah. Because I want to. It just gives fall vibes. I probably will watch it, start watching it again September 1st. So this Sunday. But it really does set the vibes. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I can watch a good movie or so. So some of my favorite movies I would say I like to watch in the fall are mostly Disney Halloween movies like Twitches 1, Twitches 2, Twitches 3, Halloween Town, all three of them. Some of the old Disney shows that had like out back in like the early 2010s and their Halloween specials, I love watching those during the fall than just around October. Oh my gosh, because it just set the tone for fall. And like I said, you can get a coloring book. Amazon have good coloring books, like you know those coloring books that you see everyone having on TikTok. You can get them under $10 off of Amazon. So I want to get another one because I'm almost done with the one that I got like a couple weeks ago. But just coloring, I use coloring pencils. You might use crayons. You might use, you know, markers. But coloring and having a show playing on the background, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch the show. You don't have to watch the movie. You just having it play in the background, and your coloring just sets a nice cozy vibes. And that's a way that you can like romanticize your fall as a single girly. And especially if you don't like going out a lot, this is an activity that you might like doing. The next thing is making seasonal desserts. So like pecan pie, apple pie, sugar cookies that have Halloween or turkey decor on there, you know, fall decor, Thanksgiving decor, Halloween decor, you know, pumpkin muffins, pumpkin pie muffins, pecan muffins. There's so many fall desserts out there that I'm probably not mentioning, or like apple scones, apple pie scones, and that is something that I want to do. But at the time, at the moment, we don't have it. Like we have a toaster oven, so I can actually do it, but we don't have like a big oven because it broke. The stove broke. But once that gets fixed, I do want to start baking because I've just been seeing it a lot like on TikTok. And baking is also very therapeutic, and it is something that you can try as a hobby. So if you don't have baking as a hobby as of now, as you're listening to this episode, try to do it in the fall. Try to have a solo date and play a movie in the background or play some music and bake or learn how to bake a pie, like an apple pie or a pecan pie or a pumpkin pie. Oh, so the next thing is watching the leaves fall. So this is something, like I said, the weather is changing. This is a good time to get into your 10K steps a day. This is a good time to start doing hot girl walks more. And this is a good time to just spend time with nature. You can read outside, you can color outside, you can paint outside, you can go on a jog, you can go on a walk. But you doing those activities and you watching the leaves fall just makes it so much better. And to be honest, it kind of seems like you're in a movie or a TV show. If you're doing something outside and then all of a sudden the leaves are falling. I remember when I was in college. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's like now in my like vocabulary. When I was in college, when I was an undergrad student, because I'm now done with college for now, but when I was in college and I would do homework outside or read outside during the fall, because like my college campus that I went to had like places like a little circle around like the main area of campus and then like benches and chairs. So, well, tables, benches, and chairs. And I would like go and either go on the swing chair that was outside under some trees or go out like under like the table and do some homework or read. And I just really love the vibe of just reading or doing homework outside. And all of a sudden, a gust of wind will like pick up and a bunch of leaves are blowing or the leaves are just falling off the tree naturally, and it just seemed like I was like in a video, like a aesthetic pleasing type video or a movie or a show, just doing those type of things. Plus you being around nature and you actually getting some fresh air is really good for you mentally, and it can really help you boost your mood. So that is something I feel like you should be doing in the fall more often than the summer. So we're almost done with today's episode, besties. So the next thing is going on a pumpkin patch. Now, yes, a lot of people go to a pumpkin patch with their significant others, family members, and you can do this with your family members or even friends. But if you don't want to, you can also go by yourself. You can take nice Pinterest, like you can take hold up. So like you can take nice, cute Pinterest inspired photos, and you can really just have a Pinterest moment while at a pumpkin patch, because it's like it can be you holding like a pumpkin up to your face. So like if you're like watching this on YouTube, I'm like pretending I have a pumpkin, and you can like put it like up to your face and just smile and just like maybe sit on like on a trailer like thing with hay, and then you can just be like this or that. Like I'm just using like my hands for like different poses if you're listening to this, but like going to a pumpkin patch can really be very therapeutic. Like I said, you're still outside, you're still getting fresh air, and it is something cute that you can do and take nice, cute Pinterest inspired photos. And I really do want to go to a pumpkin patch. So hopefully this year I can go to a pumpkin patch as a date or with a friend, or even go. Well, I don't have my car, so it has to be either or. But if you do have a ride and you do have a car, go to a pumpkin patch and do a solo date, and probably get like pumpkin spice lattes for you or your friend if you're going with a friend. But if you're going by just like by yourself, get a pumpkin spice latte and just go like on a hayride. And I know some pumpkin patches actually have animals like chickens and donkeys that you can pet and all that, and just explore it and have fun. And sometimes going to pumpkin patches can actually heal some people inner child, because if you went to elementary, mostly like a public elementary school in America, everyone had been to like a field trip all their elementary life from K to 5th, going to a pumpkin patch. So it can really heal your inner child as well. The next thing is making a Pinterest or vision board. This is something that I'm actually probably going to do this weekend, is make a vision board, because I like making a vision board and putting it as like my computer or phone wall screen. So like wallpaper, not wall screen, but my wallpaper. So that is something that I want to do this weekend. and to just set the vibe. And if you just like make a vision board or a Pinterest board, it really does help you get into the mood of fall. Same thing like around Christmas time or winter times. It really does help you get into the mood of this season and also have a positive outlook for the season. And if you want to do activities, you can put that on the vision board or the Pinterest board. Or if you want to like have different outfits, put those on the Pinterest board or the vision board. But just making a vision board slash Pinterest board for fall can really help you just get into the mood early on. The next thing is cooking. There's so many recipes, especially soups. Soups are so big around the fall time. So there's like, I bet you some people actually have some soup recipes, new soup recipes already out on TikTok that you can try for this fall. But I know around fall, there's a lot of nice, cozy one pot or crock pot type recipes that if you want to try, and you can try them, especially it can really get you in a cozy mood. And cooking much more than going out is so much fun. You can try new recipes, you can really have your taste palette better and improve it and taste new flavors. So yeah, the next thing is having a cozy routine. So this is something like, it can be a night routine, but you can make it cozy. So maybe before you go to bed, before you shut your eyes to go to sleep, you want to read and also color. That is something cozy that you can make. But having a cozy routine for the fall can really help you get into the spirit of fall, the spirit of nice, not cold, but not hot. So it's cool weather, and to just really also get into the mood for fall as well. The next thing is going book shopping. Reading during the fall is such a vibe, it's such a mood. I love it. I want to get more books this fall, and that is my goal is to probably finish like filling up my book cart both sides. But reading in the fall is such a mood, it's such a vibe, and especially there's so many fall books. I haven't found some, but if you have any fall books recommendations, please put them down in the comments under like the YouTube video if you're watching this on YouTube, or on Spotify if you have like any fall book recommendations. But just reading in the fall outside, it's just such a vibe. And listening to a podcast or listening to lo-fi music, it's such a mood, it's such a vibe. That just seems like the perfect solo date for me. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I've done that before, and that's why I know it sounds like the perfect solo date for me. So yeah. The next thing is going on a weekend getaway to like a fall-ish type town. So the reason why I put this on my list, so I've seen a lot of TikToks and YouTubers like do this, but there's like up north. If you live up north, then you're lucky. But there's a lot of little small towns that's like in Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I'm trying to think. I think Virginia too, that have small towns, and it's so pretty in the fall. Up north is always so pretty in the fall. And that is something that I want to do one day. Not this year, but hopefully next year I can do that, because I want to. I'll probably go to like a small town in Connecticut first, because I do have family in Connecticut, so it would just be much reasonable to do that. But going to like a small town for a weekend getaway is such a vibe. It's such a mood. I know here in Tennessee, in East Tennessee, I heard it's pretty in the fall. Gatlinburg, nice, have cabins. Cabins is like a fall vibe, and that is something I would want to do, and maybe hopefully next year I would do it. I hopefully next year I can do that, like go to Gatlinburg in the fall, because that would be a nice road trip. But going to like a nice town, small town, small town vibes, like Gilmore Girls is small town, so there's actually a small town in Connecticut that is based in, like, where Gilmore Girls was kind of based in, because Gilmore Girls is based in Connecticut, but there's a small town in Connecticut that is based, like, gave that idea of that. So you can, like, go on TikTok and find places like that and book a plane ticket if you, like, live across, like, on the West Coast, or if you don't feel like driving that long. But going to, like, a nice small town for the fall for a weekend getaway is a nice vacation. I feel like you can go on, and it's also the experience and the vibe and just the aesthetic, like, feeling, I would say, that you can get by going to those type of places. Now, the last thing is going on a picnic. This is way much better than going on a picnic during the summer, because I feel like it's not too hot. You have a nice sweater on, you have a book, you have all these nice fall snacks, right? So going on a picnic during the fall could be something that you want to do, especially if you're a big reader. You can, like, make a mini charcuterie board for yourself. Bring a couple of books, or bring your Kindle. Bring a couple of sandwiches, some water, kombucha, whatever type of beverages that you want, some nice desserts, and put it in a basket and just go to a park under a tree where it's nice to see the sunset and nice to see also the leaves fall. And you can just have a nice picnic, listen to lo-fi music or a podcast, or even, like, nice calm music or pop music, because I feel like pop music is so big, like, in the fall, because if you think about it, in a lot of, like, small town fall vibe shows and movies, it's pop folklore type music, I would say. And just read a book and just, like, remove everything else around you and just be center of attention, enjoying your book and enjoying that small little world that you're in and that book. But that is something that I feel like a lot of people should do. But yeah. So this wasn't, like, really, like, a long episode, besties. It was just something short, under, like, 30 minutes. It will be about 30 minutes when I edit. But again, before we close down today's episode, which is titled Being Alone During, well, hold up, Romanticizing Being Alone During the Fall Season, that's the title. Again, the quote of the day is find beauty in the everyday moments. The affirmation of the day is I'm growing into the greatness I was born for. And the journal prompt of today's episode is what are you ready for this fall? Again, you can go follow You Against You podcast on social media, which is You Against You pod by Deja on both Insta and TikTok. You can follow me on my personal Instagram and TikTok, which is Deja DAJAH underscore NICOLE underscore. Both of those will be in the show notes down below. You can go subscribe to my main YouTube channel, and that link will be in the show notes as well, and that is Deja Nicole, just like that. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to leave a rating and review. If you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and review. But if you're listening to this on hold up. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to leave a rating and a comment. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and review. You can go shop Deja Nicole Beauty. That link will be in the show notes down below. Remember, it's you against you, not you against the world. And I really hope that you liked today's episode, besties. Should I do a giveaway some point on my podcast? Let me know down in the comments or just DM me. But I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.